Hello and welcome to my video presentation on my product, the Ultra Brush. I'm going to start and preface this video by saying that I am a dental hygienist. I've been a dental hygienist for about 3 years in the Overland Park area, and kind of the way that I thought up this product was just by conversations that I've had with patients in the practice that I work in. A lot of the times, almost on every single patient, I'll ask two questions. Do they use an electric toothbrush? And do they use any sort of other flossing method other than regular string floss, like a water flosser? And strangely, I had a lot of patients that said that, yes, they owned a water flosser, but they don't use it. Like they bought one, or it's still in the box, or I used it once or twice, and now it just sits on my shelf, or I tried it a few times, and they just, for some reason, weren't using it regularly. So after 9, 10, 11 people that have told me the same thing, where that they own a water flosser but they don't actually use it, I started asking people, why don't you use the water flosser? Is there what would you do to improve it? Basically, how would you make it? What would you do to make it so you would use it more often? And some common answers I got were it's too big, it's too bulky, it takes up too much of the counter space. That's a huge one. There's people that they don't have a plug-in next to their sink. It's kind of on the other side of the bathroom, so they can't use it in their sink area, which is kind of the main thing where you need to use a water flosser, is around your sink, because there's water and everything involved. So I kind of started thinking, what if I made a smaller version of a water pick, basically something that is a little more portable. And then I was like, well, why not just combine like an electric toothbrush with a water flosser, so people don't have to purchase two products to use when just cleaning their teeth in the morning and night. I thought that made a ton of sense. And another thing that, like I said, I asked people, do you use an electric toothbrush? And a lot of the people that don't, you kind of ask why, because a lot of people would love to have an electric toothbrush because they know it takes the work of brushing your teeth out of your hands, and it does all the work for you. And most of the time it's price with people that ask. We do sell an electric toothbrush in our office. We sell the high-end Oral-B toothbrush. They usually retail around $150, and in our office we sell them for just over $100, which, for that quality of electric toothbrush, you're not going to see anything really under $100. As far as water picks go, they usually retail around $60 to $80. With the water picks that we sell in our office, they are the $60. So I was just kind of thinking, well, why isn't there one singular product that people can use to get their teeth cleaned in the morning and night? That has interchangeable, you can use it as a toothbrush, and then after you're done, you can use it as a water flosser. So that's where I came up with the idea of the Ultra Brush. So my solution was making it a smaller tank on a water flosser that also functioned as a toothbrush. So it has a tank that can usually use for about one use of the water pick, so you do have to refill it each time, but it takes up less than a quarter of the space that a regular water pick would. And all you have to do is press a button, and you'll switch back to your toothbrush mode. So much easier. The other major brands that we would kind of have to compete with would be like Oral-B, Sonicare, and then the Waterpik brand. But for all of those brands, none of them have a singular product that is both an electric toothbrush and a water flosser. They either have one or the other. And again, like I said, they usually retail for a lot more than what we are thinking about for the Ultra Brush. the other competitors have great products. Don't get me wrong. Like, I definitely recommend using like the Oral-B or Sonicare electric toothbrushes and using a water pick. The problem is a lot of people don't, because of the reasons that I listed before. For either that is space or price. So that's kind of where we're trying to be different. We want to have the same quality of those products, but improve in ways that make them more usable for people. Going through the business plan and everything like that, seeing how many people, because you have to think every person in not just in the United States, in the world, needs to use a toothbrush, and most people would benefit from using a water flosser. A lot of people don't love getting the actual string floss out and getting it down in between their teeth. A lot of people, once they've used the water pick, really have great results and really like it a lot better because they feel like they get in there better, and it's something that they can do more regularly than actually getting out the string floss and flossing. So it's something that I recommend for people that tell me they don't like to floss very much. So there is a huge target market as far as the product, as far as the Ultra Brush is concerned. Honestly, looking at it, we would kind of narrow it down. You would probably take out the individuals that already own a water pick or electric toothbrush, but that doesn't limit everybody, because some people are looking to improve upon the products that they do have. But looking at it and doing kind of a cost analysis breakdown and everything like that, optimistically, I would say that you could sell probably 1 or 2 million units in a year. Being more conservative and kind of more realistic with it, I would be ecstatic if the Ultra Brush sold about 500,000 units, honestly. And I do really absolutely believe that that's possible if the marketing is done correctly, so the word kind of gets out and people really understand kind of what we're trying to sell and see the benefit of buying one singular product instead of buying 2 separate products for their dental care needs. So again, doing kind of the cost analysis breakdown, I kind of looked it up online. But really, usually electric toothbrushes cost about $20 to make. I'm going to assume it's about the same thing for a water flosser, and that's just because of the electrical components that go inside of them. So combining it, I don't see that it would increase the price too much, but I would expect it to be around maybe $25 to $30 to produce each one of the Ultra Brushes. And again, like I said, if you're going to go out and if you're going to purchase both, like a water flosser and an electric toothbrush, you're looking at least around $150 to $200. With the Ultra Brush, we're looking at around $70 to $80, probably $80 as like a high point. So again, that's saving people money, it's saving people counter space, just an overall much better solution for people who everybody can benefit from one, and I know that there are definitely people out there that would want one. So just an overall improvement there. Just kind of a little rough prototype that we do have. So this is kind of our base of the Ultra Brush. You can kind of see here we have the power at the top, big old power button. Press, easy to find for people. The mode, so all you have to do is press the button and you're going to switch to the water flosser mode or the brush mode. It'll have a light that'll turn on depending on which mode you're on. And then down here you can apply different pressure. So again, you just press and that'll tell you what mode you're going to be on. We've got a max, a medium, and a low as far as the pressure goes. There is a so this is kind of our water reservoir. Again, like I said, it's not huge, but it will last for about one use of the water pick. So all the way around your mouth, you should be able to clean it in about one use per day. And all you have to do is open up the back, pour in a little bit more water, and you're good to go. Again, kind of looking at so this is like a regular water flosser top, so it'd be kind of just like that, and it would work pretty much like a regular water flosser. I do kind of have a different a different head. This toothbrush head, so they would be just like this, like they would fit just the same. This one isn't a rotary head, so it's not motorized. The one that we will have with the Ultra Brush will have a rotary brush, so it'll spin, and that's kind of how that'll work. Kind of this white portion back here is to symbolize kind of a rubber grip, so where it'll just give people a little bit more kind of grip on the backside instead of having a huge plastic thing they have to hold on to, just a little bit more comfortable with that. And I think, so where the base of this thing is, where the water reservoir is a little bit bigger, so it'd be a little bit bigger for some people to hold on to, but we want it to be a little bit slimmer at the top, so it's a little bit more like a regular toothbrush here, so it's not too gigantic as far as people kind of adapting to that. So again, kind of that first prototype there. Again, the electrical components will kind of be in the front of this thing, where the motorized stuff is housed. The charging unit that we have for it will be a magnetic charger that kind of fits right on the outside of there, and it'll just charge the battery right from the outside. You can plug it at, we're hoping to have it last for at least like a week's worth of uses before you have to charge it, and then all you have to do is get the charger out, charge it on there for a night, and it should be good to go. So again, that's kind of my first rough pitch for the Ultra Brush. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I look forward to hearing some of your feedback.